Ladies and gentlemen, hello, dear guests. It is a great pleasure for me to be here today in Ilia, this Olympian land, such an event of such a magnitude. I would like to thank the organizers and all the participants of this conference, which is hosted here in Olympia village in the beautiful area of Skafidya. So, through these events, we want to communicate and inform as much as possible more productive forces so as to aim to produce products of maximum nutritional value and ensure the adequacy of goods. It is a call to all that dealing with the agricultural sector can only have positive effects. We are located in the fertile area of Ilia and, of course, the region of Western Greece, where for generations it has contributed greatly to the production of products of the agricultural and livestock sector. As a member of a rural family, I have experienced all the great changes that have taken place in the way products produced are cultivated and distributed. Changes that prompted me to engage even more actively with the earth, to be active after having received valuable knowledge from the Department of Organic Agriculture in Kefalonia and later in my studies, and graduating from the department I returned to Amaliava to be able to pass on logic in the consumer-producer relationship. I dreamed of an agricultural sector where the producer would offer the consumer and his fellow man the highest quality product with the maximum nutritional value. Of course, the consumer should also reward the producer by giving him the added value. But in this relationship, it is the farmer who will take the first step. For this work, the consumer needed to be trained to seek and to identify organic products. The global community has been making moves since the 60s, and in 1972 founded the World Federation of Organic Agricultural Movements, the IFOAM, in order to educate and raise awareness. Over the years, this has largely been achieved on the global market. What we have not yet achieved is the production cost and the final disposal price to balance the difference with the conventional products. There is a 30% discrepancy between conventional and organic products, which is currently covered by the market itself. This 30%, we should not think about it since we avoided it from not covering costs in the event of possible outbreaks of pathogens. However, we should finance the system in order to achieve its goal of maximum success. In this planning, however, we should take into account the current situation at a time when there is a visible problem, this problem of the food crisis, adequacy, and the difficult economic conditions for households. We need to find real solutions. Solutions that will make this challenge an opportunity for the penetration of organic products in all households. This goal that will be achievable as by pressuring the production units to increase production, we will not make discounts in quality. And this is very important. Today's know-how and the various financing tools allow producers to make the shift to quality productions. And of course, the next CAP will help towards these directions. Those farmers have been rewarded since they ensure better sales price, and of course, they have the opportunity to go abroad to reach foreign markets. It is a small step, but it is a sign of optimism for us all. We need to do a lot more so that we all live in a better, healthier world. And this is extremely important. But what is it that we need to do? We should take advantage of the new possibilities that will emerge from the large-scale penetration of technologies that will allow real-time crop productivity to be recorded. As Mr. Baginetas said, input to be automatically applied, farms to be better managed, and closer links between farmers and consumers to be established, which will be able to monitor information regarding the product's characteristics and its path from field to fork, Scientific research promises significant improvements in the protection and uptake of plant nutrients and thus in the profitability of agriculture, while big data will make this knowledge available and in a practical form, and therefore will lead to the development of more diversified and specialized agricultural supplies. Moreover, those new developments aimed at addressing long-term challenges, such as the greater use of renewable energy sourcing and the production of fertilizers within the European Union, we should not depend on other states on a large scale from domestic organic or secondary raw materials. For example, by transforming waste into crop nutrients and thereby contributing to the circular economy that is something that we should adopt. Farmers should focus on significant new investments and not on the continuation of traditional farming practices, since in the future, in addition to knowledge, skills will be needed, such as the ability to use technological equipment, understanding the regulatory framework, which is something that we need, and business management, innovation management, marketing, as well as sustainability know-how and other skills. Farmers will increasingly rely on advice, planning, and new tools and technologies with a greater focus on the efficiency of the use of agricultural supplies. Precision farming, that is very popular, can lead to an improvement in the quantity and quality of the agricultural production, while the use of inputs such as water, energy, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. should be used according to the needs of the soil, since our aim is to save costs, reduce environmental impacts, and produce more and better food. And we should not forget this. We also will have the ability to combine data in real time with the machinery, as we have laid the foundations for using agricultural supplies accurately and according to the needs. Moreover, with the guidance of that agricultural machinery, it is equally likely to develop in the future, and we can see that in other states. So the challenge is the provision of nutrients and active ingredients, as well as propagating material that will meet the needs of organic farming and the regulations governing the organic sector. The better understanding of nutrients and the other mechanisms and protection of crops will generally become an integral part of knowledge and the advice that we give to farmers that they need it. And the design of the application of the appropriate supplies will also be based on scientific knowledge. Knowledge that is available but is not disseminated. And knowledge itself will become a competitive factor and will be very important for the relations of the agro-supply industry with its customers. And last but not least, the regulatory framework in relation to the impact of the use of agricultural supplies in the environment will become more strict, with restrictions on the incorporation of certain raw materials and active substances in the production of fertilizers and PPPs, and additional regulations on storage and transport, stricter limits regarding the overall application of agro-supplies on farming, and the balance of inputs. Those programs will support the reduced use of agro-supplies, etc. And the next CAP will include the reduction of plant protection products. The Greek agriculture in the coming years is called upon to incorporate the huge changes taking place internationally in order to become more competitive, transform itself into a knowledge and technology-intensive sector, and contribute to the sustainable development of the Greek economy. A key role, therefore, in this process is played by the entire agricultural supply industry, which is called upon to support this transition in many ways. Dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen, this goal is achievable. Organic farming is here, and it has to take the lead at the table of consumers allowed and gold. Thank you very much.